Hi folks, just to let you know what's in this video, just so you're not expecting potato reveal straight away. There's a bit of stuff about some mushrooms that are growing in garden, and which might be interesting to some of you, and might be interesting to me, as something quite extraordinary might be happening. Seeds. Everybody who I've promised seeds to, get in touch with me. Or leave a message in here what seeds you want. And I've got the Aztecs, the Cole, the Wenzel, Korean melon, and a yellow tomato from Halva. They're the ones I've got. Just drop us a message, drop us an email, just to refresh my memory, because I'm trying to get more sorted out. I've got about 10 people to send stuff out to, including some carvings and stuff, and I only want to go to the post office once, so it'll be end of this month, beginning of next month when I get them all off, but I've still got some stuff to finish. This is a little pricker outer. But the potatoes start at about 5 minutes after I shut up, and that's what I'll do now. Don't forget, thumbs up, thumbs down, drop a comment in, love your comments. Nice to be nice. You can share it as well if you like. So guys, before I get to the main attraction, you know I've got an interest in mycology and mushrooms. And these that are growing in here quite profusely are, I'll put the name up on the screen, but they're poisonous. But some of you have been following my channel for a while, might remember, it might be 3 years ago, I did some king oyster mushrooms. Now, they came in a plastic box where you opened it, watered it, left the lid on, and it got left in the cellar, the block, for 3 years. Yeah, it must be 3 years. And while tidying, and I found the block, I thought, well, I could just throw it into the compost pile, or I could spread it into this bed. I didn't think anything would happen, but I also spread it in here and topped it up. Now I'd spotted that, which I thought was just mould, you know, because this bed's quite wet. I give it a right good wet through when I planted these lettuce, and obviously I'm watering these until the roots get down. But then I noticed that this piece, this piece seems to be spreading mycelium. I thought it'd be completely dead. I poured a bit of water on that bit in the middle of there, and that seems to be starting some mycelial growth. Again, it could be mould, but I know there's another big piece down there. Now this stuff feeds on hardwood chippings, or you can grow it on straw, although it doesn't do well on straw. Straw and put some crushed oats in there, 10%. Now, in oats there's sugar. This is a very weak, well, it's weak, it's strong but weak, mix of organic fertiliser, which has got lots of like syrup in it. It's sugary, sweet. They feed on the sugars, yeah. It smells maple syrupy, burnt maple syrupy. Now, if this is what I think it is, I'm just going to pour a little bit across and round and see if the mycelium starts to grow to follow that as a food source. It should distinctly follow it if it is. It should, you know, distinctly follow it if it is, because it's probably the only food source it's got in there. That's the soil mix. I don't know whether it's made from any hardwood or what, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. I am tempted to get some straw and boil it and dump it on top of that bed to see if it'd colonise. If anything happens with that, I'll keep my eye on it, and if it does, then I might just do a straw mix and oatmeal and just cover that bed completely in that. It'll be interesting to see. I do have some more mushrooms to show you. Sorry for going on, but this fascinates me, and it'd be really cool if I got king oysters growing in here. No. It's really light, it's a bit pink, but I thought I'd show you these anyway, because some of you are interested in mushrooms, aren't you? These are the ones out of the greenhouse. Galena. I'll put the names up underneath what they are, the Latin name. And these have a orange red, a browny red, orange spore print. Commonly mistaken for a psilocybin mushroom, which is a magic one. But if you eat these, they destroy your liver, like drinking 2 bottles of whiskey a day, or well, maybe a case in a day. You know what I'm saying? They will kill you. But these are found in cabbages, and in my cabbage patch ink garden. And I think these are parasol mushrooms. I'm gonna have them checked out. They should do a white spore print. As you can see, this is white paper, so you can't see the spore print. Yeah. But I'll be really pleased if they are, and if they come back every year. That'd be really cool. So, but I'm gonna check them out further. I might be able to get them identified. And also be an interesting mushroom, so I thought I'd put this bit in anyway. And there's still more nuts on the tree, so we're going to go and rattle it again later. Me and my little man. Incidentally, that's what I fed the other mushrooms with. It's just a bio, it's mostly sugars, you know what I mean? I think it's molasses that's in it. I'm hoping that mycelium will run to it. As I said, I might do some straw. So guys, these are the Sarpo Mira, what I grew from seed, where Terry, the robotic gardener, sent me the seed, and I grew them. I've got 2 pots here. The first one died back and I got some potatoes. These are not completely dead, but they're not doing anything particularly great, and we're going to get a load of rain next week, maybe for the next couple of weeks. It's saying it's been very dry, we need a bit. Will make mushroom gathering easier, but let's see what I've got here, because these are going to be seed for next year. And I'll show you where new Spudomatic, I'm thinking of putting new Spudomatic more than, I've changed my plans slightly. I'll get on with it. I don't remember how many plants I put in. I think there were a couple of plants in each pot, because it's just how they came from seed, you know what I mean? I didn't mess about with them. There's more than that. I did get some more previously. I will say that was the best plan. So we'll see what we get off the next one. I'm saying note. I'm saying absolutely nothing. Make your own mind up. So they will they're not too big, so I will be able to store them in the fridge, eh? That's always a bonus. Mrs. Davey won't mind them in the fridge at the bottom. Well, camera said no, but the idea of them is I'm going to put them in the fridge, as there's not too many. There shouldn't be a big problem with storing them in the fridge. I've got a few more downstairs from that first one, which are smaller. What I might actually do though is plant a couple back and do them as overwintering potatoes, see how they go. I don't know whether to put them in some small pots or put them in bucket and just put them in shed. I'll let you know what I do with that after. I'll show you what I'm thinking about with new Spudomatic. So what I'm thinking with new Spudomatic, I'm thinking of putting it here. I'm going to probably get rid of that grapevine. The Concord grapes, but they're not really very nice to eat. They've always got loads of seeds in them. They don't always produce every year very well. They're not very nice really, quite sour. We've made jam out of them a couple of times, but you know, so I think I'm going to sacrifice it. It's old. Probably what I'll do is take some cuttings off it when it's died back. I'll take some cuttings off it and maybe go and plant a couple in woods or something. So it goes there, or keep one. But
it won't be there. Reason I'm thinking second spudomatic there is because I can run it through to watering system. This is me reckoning. I can run it through greenhouse, put it onto watering system, and these would be my late spuds. Because I say I've got to redo this area, because where I were going to put it was down there behind the cherry tree, but certain times of year you lose sun really quick there, and it would be I'd have to water it then by hand. So I don't know. It's not something I have to sort of decide now, but just for watering system, I'm thinking there where grapevine is, and yeah, we'll see. But I'm in two minds. But anyway, I'll leave you to it. Have a nice day, evening, wherever you are. Don't forget, share, like, or dislike. It's nice to be nice.